Hey, what's up, guys? We're the boys of Outspoken. Thank you for tuning into this episode. Everybody watch All Stars reunion last night?
We did.
Yes. So obviously we all see that Phi Phi O'Hara did not show up. That was probably the first thing that they were talking about on the show.
I think everyone kind of expected that with everything that's happened. But
exactly. I mean, she did say that she wasn't going to show up from the beginning. So
I'm surprised that she went along with it, like did not show up to it. That's
So
surprising.
you thought she was gonna show up? Like,
I thought she was gonna show up. I thought she was gonna be like released from the sky and just come on down.
well, after being through so much from the show,
right?
Regardless of how whatever anyone feels, like I would get why she doesn't want to be back in that space.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I get why she wouldn't want to, but at the same time, this could be your opportunity to defend yourself, right? Like you know, maybe you could tell your story, but I think she's just so defensive about how she came across that she's never going to really own up to that part of it. And you know, it was funny that RuPaul kind of threw her shade. And if anyone says it's editing, bullshit.
Yeah.
Everyone was very classy.
Yeah, they didn't shade her too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I think was classy, like you said, because it would have come off as bullying. I feel like. So I'm glad they touched on it and they moved on.
Right.
You know who I grew like a newfound respect for was I've always loved her, but Coco Montrese.
Oh, yeah.
Her story, like the fact that she went into the competition not trying to use, you know, her medical condition, I guess her lungs were failing, as a way for people to feel sorry for her, you know, and still, even though she was the first one that was kicked off the show, she was so graceful and still was like, I was just so happy to be here and so happy that RuPaul believed in me.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
I felt like, you know, had she did use her story about her lungs, she still would have went home first.
I can't.
And then I go ahead and send you home so you can rest the surgery. No, I did respect her for not trying to, you know, use the pity card and coming in there, giving her all, and just coming back to the reunion and speaking her truth. And she was just so grateful, which I like that when someone has that side to them, like, hey, I don't care if I was the first one to go, I'm so grateful for the experience. So I loved her for that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. What did you guys feel about them coming for Alyssa and saying that she always gets a pass on everything because she's Alyssa Edwards? Do you think that's the case?
Yeah. I personally don't.
I don't either.
I don't.
If that's gonna apply to her, I think it should apply to Alaska as well.
I think it
because
does.
I'll be the first to say it. I think there are some jokes that Alaska says that aren't really funny, but I feel like everybody feels obligated.
Her delivery and her
everybody feels obligated to laugh. No shade. I still think she's funny.
She's hilarious, but everyone has their moments of, you know, we let them pass a little bit because that's Alyssa and that's what she does, or that's Tatiana and that's kind of what she does, and we, you know, embraced it. I think Alyssa defended herself great when she was like, she's like, I don't think that's fair because you all do. You know, she's
she's like,
herself.
girl, you reach in your caboodle and you pull that.
Whatever works for you.
Whatever works for you.
And she can't help that she's funny, and that's what she brings to the table.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She can't help that people actually like her.
Right.
Fedora was back for the reunion. Of course, y'all know she left after the first episode due to she just wasn't in the right space from, you know, she just wasn't ready for all that negative feedback, and then now she's explaining at the reunion. What did y'all think?
I mean, I understand where she's coming from a little bit. I still am someone who doesn't like a quitter. Like, I get it when, you know, you have mental stuff where you're not prepared. You know, I hate a quitter when you have such a good opportunity. But I think she at least sort of knows that she shouldn't have quit, and you know, we all have our personal
she
things.
likes to put it at Chiona.
Right. So I think she at least kind of owned up to it and felt bad and would be down for another season. So, you know, we'll see if that happens. If she comes back for season 3, I'd be down.
Would you come back for season 3? And she's like, maybe. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like I understand though her feeling intimidated by the other queens. Like what it feels like
totally.
To be in a room, you know, when you're competing against other people, you're all trying to do the same exact thing.
Yes.
So you're naturally going to size yourself up to the other people.
Right.
And, you know, she said herself, you know, she saw Roxy Andrews and Detox, you know, looking so put together and their outfits were everything. And she's like, even my best outfit that was made for my body would not deliver like that, you know? Right. So I kind of get a little bit where she was coming from. You know, you make mistakes, and I knew I had a feeling she was going to regret it later on, which she didn't.
Right.
Bruce there on the show, he was like, you're going to regret this.
Yeah. I'm glad she didn't come out like defensive or anything. anything.
No,
too.
yeah, she owned up to it.
And she looked really good.
She did look
She
good.
looks
Yes,
good.
weight loss. We love you. Look amazing, Adore.
No, she does look good.
She looks
really
And
good.
I like that she sleeps with her fans.
Yes! Oh my god, that was a little bit of tea. All of
All
them.
the new Detox spilled that.
They
tea.
all-
Now that you think about it, it's like, would you sleep with a fan if they were fine?
I would be.
Someone
lying.
comes up to you and they're like, "Hey man, I really like what you do."
It's
and
a-
shit.
it's
I would be
a weird
lying
thing.
if I said I wouldn't. Come on.
Right, of course, but it's also a weird thing if you do think of it in like, all right, I'm gonna sleep with this person and I'm kind of a celebrity and God only knows what they're gonna say about me afterwards.
True.
and
That
then-
that makes me a little bit scared. But do I think
Right.
it would be kind of I guess
It could be
It's a
weird,
thing.
but how can you not? If that's your job, you're in the bar with all these gay
How
guys
could
who are
you
fans
not?
and throwing
Yeah,
themselves
how
at
could
you.
you not?
No, but I mean, if you're single and hot
No,
guys are throwing
I'll
themselves.
give it to them when they tell me I'm nice shoes.
All
Oh, you wanna go to the back?
right.
you heard it here.
We got 5 minutes. Tatiana came through.
Oh yeah.
Long braid ponytail. I was loving it.
Yeah.
You know what, Tati? I appreciate a braid on top of the head like that. Just
Yeah, it's just
it could be a braid or a ponytail up placed high like that. She was giving it
Right.
to me.
Were you guys surprised that there wasn't more drama at the reunion? Like people didn't come for each
I
other. They
needed
seemed a
more
little
drama.
more respectful and reserved.
I wanted a little bit more drama. It was kind of.
I can't be like a room full of queens that are all taking the high road. Like no.
Yeah,
that's
I
not-
really
no.
wanted.
That's not what we're
I
here
really-
for.
That's not what we're here for, ladies. Come for each other. I know you bitches got more to say.
I think it would still be really hard to not have your feelings invested a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
they get that
I
it's a game, but if someone that you're friends with, and especially when Detox said, I shouldn't have kicked you off, Alyssa, that was a mistake, how can you, as Alyssa, not be a little like,
I know.
yeah, bitch, I know. Like, you're just, oh, I
Because
forget.
I feel like she already knows it.
Yeah.
You know, it's something like if you already know something, then you kind of just let it
And
happen.
that's in the
that
past.
all the Drag Race fans let Detox have it. They let Alaska have it, and
And I like how
Right.
Liska did say that. She's like, Tatiana, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had so many people behind you. And I like that she admitted that. Like,
Yeah.
girl, you got this fan group that's,
Oh, yeah, that was
ride
fun.
or die for you. And I didn't realize that had I known the audience was going to be
Yeah.
that way,
Then I
she would have
would've
made some different
changed
decisions.
Oh, totally. Even though she still won't admit that it was strategy, I don't
Yeah.
think she
Oh,
won't.
I wish she
But
had.
I wish, yeah, that's the only thing. I wish Alaska would have been like, they even gave her an opportunity. They're
They
like, was a
got-
little bit of it strategy? No, I didn't. No, you know that it was.
it
I'm
was.
sorry. You know that it
We
was.
didn't just go off a whim.
No.
yeah, I
no.
love you, Alaska, but you were being
Come
strategic.
on. You know.
It's fine.
I like when she came for Alyssa's camera dress,
Mm-hmm.
and then they
Yeah.
came for her. What didn't
Right.
Katya? That's
Yeah.
exactly what we said on our show. I said.
Yes.
No one came for her at all, and all she was have a shawl on over
Right.
that
Yep.
two-look dress. I wanted Katya to go in more on people,
Yeah.
but I think
Katya's-
she's a good person.
I think also Katya's in a place like, oh baby, I'll let my fans do it for me.
Yeah, she doesn't have
that
to.
right now. She has that like, Alaska may have the crown, but I got the fucking viewers
Right.
behind her.
Right.
Didn't Katya actually win Miss Congeniality this
She
season
did.
she was
Yeah.
on?
Sure.
So I kind of feel like to a certain extent Katya was playing up to that role of Miss Congeniality, being the nice girl.
I
that
think
everybody
she's
gets
just
along
not like
with.
we met her.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she
yeah.
just seems like a good person and a fun, gets it person. She probably doesn't want to get in the drama as much. What do you think about what her and Ginger were saying about how they literally just finished their season filming and dealing with the emotions and all of
I
that,
agree.
and they were thrown right back into it?
I agree. They didn't
Yeah.
have a chance to grow. Like, with all the other queens, they had a chance to grow, change their looks, change, get new talents.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't really have that opportunity.
They didn't get to sit back, see how it all played out,
Yeah.
and then take notes from it and come back
Yeah.
stronger,
Yeah.
more confident,
They just
or with a
threw them back in the fire.
right,
You know what I mean?
right. So I do feel for them a little bit.
Did any of you guys notice the disconnect between Alaska and Detox at all? Like, was I the only one noticing that? I almost felt like they weren't really fucking with each other.
I think Detox was kind of bothered by Alaska's little outburst meltdown at the
Which
end
I
because
blame her.
Detox this season really brought it, like the whole season, and she was really trying to see. I'll say I was a little disappointed for the first season she was on. She's one of the first queens I ever saw perform in West Hollywood. I've seen her out and about for years. I've always been a really big fan of hers. This, she went into it 100% and was giving it. So I think she felt a type of way about Alaska being kind of bratty, when she's like, I'm trying to win too, bitch. Like,
Right.
you know?
the way Alaska was making it seem was like, yeah, this is for me. This is my crown.
My show. I've done.
You guys can wait back there. But
I do definitely think Alaska went into this season thinking like, I got a lot to prove. I did really good my season, but a few missteps, and I'm the one to be. I think she had that mentality, and that's okay because she brought it and she proved herself.
And she won.
So she won. So it's okay to have that mentality, but. You know, everyone else has that mentality too, so you have to understand and respect the other queens that they think that they deserve it just as much as you. So, and most of them didn't act like that when they were in the bottom several times. I mean, Roxy was in the bottom how many times, and she never was like, only 4? Well, she never acted like that.
It was like 7.
well, because she knew she was going to be safe. That's why she never acted like that.
She did even admit that she didn't feel like she should be there. Like, I'm glad that she sort of admitted, like, you know, the last couple weeks I was grateful to be there, but I feel like maybe I shouldn't be there.
I really do think that she got on All Stars like with the intent for redemption, 100%.
And she did that.
And she did that.
Yes.
And I felt like you can't knock her because like she was bringing a look every time.
Yeah, she was great on the runway.
She made several of the challenges, but at the end of the day, she brings a look. She is drag. You know what I mean?
Right. So you can't hate on that.
I still love you, girl.
Yeah, Alaska made it an excellent point though, which is like I just love the fact that Roxy really does take the art of drag so serious, and she has such like a big amount of respect for it. And you can see that with Roxy.
Yeah.
This was probably the best season of Drag Race I've been watching since season 1, and I think hands down this was the best season. All the queens really brought it for the most part, and the people that had their redemption arcs, it worked out well for them. I think Tatiana got a whole new fan base, and really, you know, so even though Alaska won, I think this season was a lot about Tatiana and Alyssa, and a lot of them actually, Detox and how much she's improved and the things she's gone through in the past couple of years. So I think it was a very well-rounded season for a lot of the queens.
I can't wait to see what happens in the future with them, you know?
Oh yeah, we'll be watching for sure.
But before we wrap up, who do you think looked the best for the reunion?
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Tatiana. That braid was everything for me.
You were living for that braid?
I was living for that braid. It was very like Beyonce upgrade you.
Oh yeah,
type, you know, I love that.
Alyssa Edwards.
With the beast, the hair or whatever. Yes. Yeah, of course.
She's she's like a Southern belle. You definitely get that vibe from her.
A little bit of camp and a little bit, you know. I don't know who looked best. They all looked good. You know, I don't know.
I like Adora's like just face, just mud.
Adore served real fish.
Yeah,
she really did.
Yeah, even with the hair and everything was real, just real.
All right, y'all. Well, it's the last episode, so
sad.
I know what that means. Time to lip sync for our legacy.
Uh-oh.
Producer, hit it.
Hit it. No.
Sorry, we don't got a budget like that yet, girl.
Next time.
Alrighty, you guys, thank you so much for watching this review of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Reunion. Again, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let us know what you think about the reunion yourself. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.